What's up, guys? Yo, what's up, guys? This is NOTD, and we're here today doing a tutorial on Wanted.
Yeah, the song we made together with Daya, and we're gonna do, as Sam said, a walkthrough. And we're gonna start on my computer since we started the first draft here, and then we're gonna move over to Sam's computer and show the final project, or what you call it.
So let's go.
What's up, it's Daya, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I wrote Wanted with Sam, Martin, and DeLacy. So the way that we wrote the song was a little bit backwards in terms of how I usually write songs. I usually go into studio and there's producer and songwriter, and we start with the track and kind of build on the track and just like throw out ideas and melodies and everything. But in this scenario, this was probably the only time I've walked into the studio without like a set producer at a computer, so we were kind of doing it the old-fashioned way. And Sam Martin is amazing at the piano. He got on the piano, and DeLacy and I just started spitting out melodies that came to us and concept ideas and everything. And I think it in the end forced us to write a better song because we were way more aware of, you know, how the melodies could stand on their own versus like just vibing off of the track. And as well as the lyrics and everything. And I think the really cool thing about the way that we wrote it was that the production we could really see it going down so many paths. And when NOTD came back with their version, I think that's when we were all just like, wow, this like really feels like right, and it feels like it fits, and this is exactly where we had pictured the song going.
So to start it off, the intro starts with the kind of, what you call it, like hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I muted the vocal in this one because we originally had the demo vocals on, so we're not gonna play that, and we're gonna show the Daya vocals later. But yeah, it starts kind of basic, like as we said, this was the first draft we did for the song. So we just like put down the chords, which is this, just like a E piano in Logic, which sounds like this. And there's basically nothing on it, just a EQ that will filter down, so without it sounds like. So it's just more muted. And then underneath that, it's a serum patch that we made ourselves. It's basically just like you take this and you change that to 7 and to 11, like you
just take it and change a bit of stuff.
Yeah, change stuff, put on filter. Like it's pretty easy once you get a hang of it. You just like put a filter on, and then you will make it sound like.
Beautiful.
Nice, right? And on this it's just a kick start because there's also a kick in the verse. So together they sound like this. So they are like pumping towards each other. And it's just like a reverb on that's like, sounds like it's in a closet almost. So I will show you without that. It's basically no difference, but you know, sounded good. And there's also a little riser going up to that part. There's also a perk we put there, I think we took out in the final. Yeah, I don't think it's in, but it
might come in the second half of the verse, I don't know.
Which is just like a reggae style perk. So this all together with some ambience underneath sounds like this. And without anything on, because we repitched it and everything, so it originally sounded like this, and with all stuff on, with some reverb, again the closet reverb, and kickstart also 4/4, and just some, as you can see, take out some resonance tones and just high cut it, so all together it sounds like. Really not much going on in here. And then in the second half we added some plucks and what we had here in the first version is the pluck that I made like...
To Wonder Pluck.
Yeah, the 200 pluck. I made it so long ago. It's just like... You can barely hear. It's just like you want to get the feeling of something pushing there in the second half. And without anything on, I'm going to do this. And then... And also underneath that, there's an ARP, which I think is a preset from Splice. This is Singular Sounds. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's singular. It's a Singular Sounds thing. What we did to make it not as like stabby is just to raise the attack, so it's more like floating in there. And also we added a clap. So going into that part, it sounds like to get some rhythm. And then before the chorus there is like a breakdown, and then we just took out the kick and added a bass and a little guitar. The guitar sounds like... and a bass that's like sweeping down to the first chord, and it's just like, it's very like, this is very basic. Oh, a cop is outside. So that part sounds like... and as you could hear, we also added a little riser to have the tension rising into the chorus.
Then we have the drum fill.
And the fill with the clap and the riser going in is very basic. Something we found on Splice to just like have it. So it's just like... it's very basic, like I don't think there's any specific on, it's just like the EQ taking out some frequencies to make it just like sound better. And yeah, so it's, as we said, this version is very simple. So also this version is 2 BPM slower, so I think you will notice that it's like the energy is way slower. And going in to the chorus, it's a bass. This bass I think is just from Serum. It's some preset we found on Splice. We use Splice pretty much. So, but the thing is, when you like find presets, it's also really nice to change stuff in, like in the preset. So you can like change the unison, and you can change like the detune, and you can add some sub up here. Like you can do so much with the sound to make it sound more like you, even though it's someone else's. Like you can really mix between. Going into the plucks, there is 3 plucks laying in here. Together they sound like, oh. And by each one sounds like with one, the pluck again. And together. And they all have like kickstart on them and some CLA guitar to spice up the highs. So my settings, what I usually do, or so you take down the bass and you just like this treble thing makes it sound like sharper. So this is something I personally use really much. I don't know about you, but to me it's like, you know, instead of just raising the EQ, you can just put a little CLA guitar and it makes it fat. And there's also a kalimba. This is actually from EXS24, which is an internal Logic plugin, and it's just like it's not that good. It's something we just put there for now because like Sam has Omnisphere, which has way better sounds for stuff like this. And yeah, going into all the drums together sounds like. Yeah, and it's also pretty simple. I can see if I can do all the claps and snaps, and also little. As you can see, it's very basic. We just like an enveloper to really cut down. Oh, so it's really tight. So without, it's like reverb on an enveloper. You can just like in Logic, then you can just take down the gain and raise the time, and that makes it like it's like a gate almost. And then it's the perk again, but not high cut it, just a little because it was so high in the high end. And here's some other perks, just some highs to get like the energy feeling nice. Also a crash and the guitar to get the movement. And there's also the ARP, I think. And all the sounds are sidechained towards the kick, so it's just a kick start with 4 on the floor sidechain. So nothing really crash with the kick, so everything gets its own space, because otherwise it can be messy. You can either sidechain with compression or like kickstart or an LFO tool or whatever. Kickstart in this case was way easier. And that's pretty everything that happens in the chorus. The other half we added a vocal shop melody because that's kind of our thing. And at the first demo it sounded like this. You can hear it was pretty whack. It was not that good, but it was at least the foundation. And like I won't go so in depth on these vocal shops because we're gonna do that on Sam's computer, but yeah, there's really not much else going on in this project, and we just wanted to show the first draft. So let's jump over to Sam's computer, get more in depth on everything, and yeah, let's do it. Yo, what's up?
So we're back here on my computer. Gonna go through the rest of the project. So yeah, the beginning pretty much the same actually. We took like I think we took like a reverb on the master and like reverbed chord on the drop, and then reversed that so we have that in the intro. So that's this sound. I don't remember where we took that part from, but we took like a reverb on the master. And then into the verse we added this one, and it's like a retro pad or something. I bounced out all the MIDI into audio when we sent to the mixer, so that's why everything is in audio. But here's the preset. It's DX7 or whatever you say, with some EQ, then this retro color, fucking dope plugin.
RC20, bam!
Really cool. And then a reverb where we automate that somewhere in the track, don't remember where. Then some stereo imager, and then I don't know. Oh yeah, that's we automate the mute on the utility, and then also a kickstart where we use in the second verse. So yeah, that's sound. That's actually the only sound we added in the beginning. And also this clap here. With just some EQ. It's like a really organic clap. Sounds like really wide. It's nice.
And also there's no kick there.
Oh yeah,
We took away
that's
the
true.
kick.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Have like a little impact over there. Okay, so into the next part, we added these strings. I don't have the original MIDI for this one, but it's from Contact session strings. And we made like an arpeggio, added some delay, reverb, which also automates right here. And it comes back again. And some EQ, as I said. So that's that, and then we also have this like shimmer arpeggio, whatever you call it. I think it's a preset actually. Yeah, it's from this pack, Pusher. Really cool pack. With some EQ, sidechain in the second verse, and then also this filter, which we're just using for automation.
Shout out to Pusher. He also made a I Wanna Know remix, so check it out. Pusher
Check
the
it out,
legend.
legend. Then this one, it's what is this plugin? The one you bought me?
Oh yeah,
I
what's
don't
it
remember
called?
what it's
Yeah.
called. It's Reeve or something from Contact.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of reversed weird samples, and you just press a note and you get like a cool ambience sound. So it's from that one, and I think I just pitched it down so it fits the track. So that's that, and with some kickstart. Then we also added a piano into this part. It's from Keyscape, as you see, with some with some EQ, and we also just use this for like automating it up towards the drop, and some kickstart. Nice. Also layered the pluck with this pluck. I think that's also preset. Yeah. Cymatics. Nice. With some EQ, kickstart, and another EQ that we're also using for filters. Then this one, and this is like a saw pluck, I think. Also preset, a bunch of preset in this one, or whatever, it works. But it's a pretty simple preset, it's just like saw waves and automating the cutoff with this one, with some EQ.
Also the vocal is muted for now. We're gonna show that later. So stay tuned for the awesome Daya box.
Yeah. And then also we have this retro pad that we showed earlier. We added also this clap, which is like a bit more reverby clap that we have played with this one. And this is the same as this one, so I don't know why we have two, but whatever. Then we also have a few effects right here. This one, It's from the Ramsoid pack. Really cool sample. Also this one. And this is actually my friend singing like a super high pitch note that we reverbed. So that's just to use it like a transition. So yeah, sounds nice. I think that's everything for that part. Yeah. And then, as in the previous version, we drop out here. Nothing more happening really. And amazing feel. Okay, so into the drop. Here's where we changed a bunch of stuff. We can start with like the plucks. So we changed like the rhythm a bit with these plucks to match more with the vocal.
Yeah, and also, as you can see, it's 96 BPM and not 94.
Oh, yeah.
94.
94.
94 as in the previous version, because it was we felt like it was too slow, so we wanted to just like push the energy a little.
Yeah, so we had raised the BPM with 2, which gave it a lot more energy. And then we added like a bunch of plucks right here. We can start with I think this one. This is Omnisphere. I think it's like guitarette or something. Yeah, I don't know how I say that, but that's the preset. And then an EQ, another EQ, cutting out some ugly frequencies. Just a really short reverb, and then kickstart.
You can hear that the melody on the pluck is really like playful, because it just helped a lot with like feeling the song and just like connecting with the vocal and just like making it more playful, more than like super play.
Yeah, and as we said, this rhythm follows the vocals more, so this like top melody here on the plucks works almost like a harmony for the vocals, which is pretty cool. Then another pluck here, also Omnisphere. I think this preset is called Liquid Angles. Don't know how you say that either. With some EQ, it's pretty much the same on this one. Bunch of ugly frequencies.
Here is super specific with the frequencies. You gotta really listen and find. Sometimes you can take a really big part and just get it out if it's a big resonance tones, but sometimes you gotta be really specific and just find, because you can kind of destroy the sound if you're just like EQing too much here and there, so just find.
I feel like with a lot of more organic kind of sounds, you get a bunch of like ugly resonance tones. So then it's just to do the boring work and find the resonance tones and then turn them down. Yeah, another short reverb. I think it's the exact same reverb as we used on the other one, with some kickstart on this one as well. And we have this mallet thing, also Omnisphere. It sounds really ugly, to be honest, but it gave it like that top melody a bit more of low end. So it's Omnisphere. This one, some EQ, more EQ. I think we have a few more. Yeah, and then it's the same saw pluck as we used in the verse here. And then we have the, who is that one? That's probably it now. I thought it was like another kalimba, but it wasn't. So we also changed the bass. So we have a trillion bass, which is like really organic bass, or organic. It's like an electric bass. So it's the plugin called Trillion, some EQ, more EQ, sidechain. It's like a really low-end kind of electric bass. Then we have this retro kind of bass, also from this VX7. Sounds like analog, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we love retro stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Some EQ on this one, some multi-band compression. I think that was because we wanted to like brighten up the sound a little bit, and then a kickstart.
It's very easy when it's like 4 on the floor. You can just like put.
You can just like copy or kickstart and put it on like every track, and it sounds good. Then we have strings playing here, just like a little bit of the arpeggio. I think that's it for the first half of the drop. Then we layered the drums a little bit. We changed the kick, then like kept all the perks and stuff from the previous version. Layer with some other claps. Here's a tambourine. Also layered everything with addictive drums, which gave it like a more organic sound or whatever.
And having a rhythm like we have on the plugs, it's really important to not make it messy with the percussion.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to like, yes, oh, this sounds good, but then it's like not fitting with the rhythm of the plugs or the other things. So just make sure everything is like in its pocket.
Yeah. So yeah, we have those drums, and we have like this chant or whatever, and this perk loop. So yeah, that's it for the first half of the drop. Then we come into the like the B hook, where we have this vocal chop. And so wait. We made like this vocal chop from the demo vocal, and then when we were in the session with Daya, we just asked her to like record the vocal chop that we made. So she just like sang the melody. So here's the vocal chop that we made from the demo. And then we asked her to sing that. And
sounds clean.
Yeah, and we mixed the vocals in another project, so can't show you the effects on it right now, but we use like formatting stuff and like distortion and reverbs. Like we pretty much use the same on all our vocal shops, so you can check out like other videos if you wanna see how we process them.
And if you have more questions, just comment down below, and we'll try to answer everything as specific as we can.
So also in the B hook we added these like really reverby chord stabs. I think this one is also from Pusher. Yeah. Or no? Yeah, it is. With some EQ, more EQ, and pretty long reverb. And also, I think this preset is really like reverby from the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So yeah, it fits really well to make like the second part a bit bigger.
And one thing that we did in the chorus is from the first verse, the chords are really long, like they
Yeah.
are double as long as in the chorus. So we changed them to switch faster, just to get the energy going more, because it would be like kind of slow to listen to. So that's
Yeah.
also a trick you can do. I know we did that in some other songs as well. It's just
Yeah.
like change the chords faster, or maybe even change the chords completely, so it's just like something new happening.
Yeah. Also, here's the pluck that I was thinking about before, but we added that only in the second half of the drop. So it's just a kalimba. I don't have the original MIDI file for this one either, but I think it's the one like coffee can kalimba or something. It's like the most overused Omnisphere preset ever, but it sounds good. With some EQ, kickstart, and more EQ. Then we also added back this contact art that we talked about before. Also this shimmer art that we used in the verse. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's the drop basically, with a bunch of effects as well. But the effects we're using is only like audio files for the most part, so it's kind of boring to show, and we don't really process them much at all either, because they sound pretty good from the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's like down sweeps and stuff as yeah.
You know the basic, like sweep ups,
Yeah.
crash, impacts, you know the drill.
Yeah. So this is how they sound. Basic shit, you know. Alright, that's the drop. Let's go into the second verse. Also pretty basic again.
A little small break too before
yeah,
the second
yeah.
verse to, like, if the song doesn't have much space to breathe, it could be nice that some parts to have like a little bar where not much is happening, so
Yeah.
you can just like
Yeah.
breathe and relax, so you get into the new flow.
Yeah.
Like otherwise it can just be like stuff happening all the time, which yeah.
So here's how it sounds for the first. And now the second verse. So the second verse we have the drop chords, I think.
Yeah,
Or, yeah.
the ones who change fast.
Yeah. And we have this pad that we used in the first verse, just with the new chords. Then we have this bass. And then, as in the first verse, in the second half we are adding this like plugs and arps and effects. Oh yeah, we also have this one. So we just took like the vocal, chopped it up a little bit to have like something weird going on in the background to make it more interesting.
And then for the breakdown again before the chorus, it's just like those long chords again to get it changing,
Yeah.
to build the tension up for the chorus again.
Yeah. So I think we processed this also in another project, and then we just added this reverb to this. And then the second drop I think is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be exactly the same. So we skip that part and go to the little outro thing right here. which is really simple. We have just like a bunch of impacts going into the outro, sounding like, and then we only have this piano, I think. Yeah, right here. And that's a keyscape. Really good plugin. Here's MIDI. It's like really low velocity to make it sound really soft. And
as you can see, all the notes were not on this exact same spot,
Yeah.
so it's like more organic, like
yeah,
a real piano player would play.
yeah. If you play like
ta-da-dum.
if you play on a keyboard, you won't hit like all notes on the exact same time. So that's how you can make it sound a bit more realistic. So that's that. Then we also have the clap in the outro, as we had in the first verse. And then when the song ends, we have this like weird.
It's like a door closing.
Yeah, I
or
think we have
something.
more effects right here. Yeah. So that's the outro, and then the song ends right here.
So that was our little tutorial for Wanted featuring Daya. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as we said, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, just comment in the comment section down below. And yeah, once again, shout out to Daya for doing this song with us. She's amazing. So yeah, see you in the next one.
Peace out.